Claudia, we're sitting here in front of this graphic treatment showing a family tree where we have Frida Kahlo at the center. And she's surrounded by other female artists who were really important and contemporaneous to Frida in the Mexican Modernist movement. Very often, many women don't get the credit for being protagonists of the Mexican Revolution and also for being part of the creation of this national identity.
I think also that Frida is in this tapestry. I think she's really the strong leader that we have. But many of these women really had strong conversations that were presented in so many different ways. I think that is a combination of having the opportunity to present a voice, and it's a time where women had an opportunity to basically gather and talk and speak out about the different and important things that they wanted to talk about.
So Claudia, here we are standing in front of Gunther Gerzog's Four Bathers from 1940. What's interesting about this painting is how he is monumentalizing these women, and he's trying to make us think about matriarchy, lineage, heritage, by really weaving these women together, interconnected in this ritual scene, in taking a bath. So looking at this painting, how does that help us understand the role of women and their importance at that time period?
Something that I really love about this piece is how they seem so calm, so into each other. They are really, having their own time. Women didn't have a public space opportunity to gather, to engage, to communicate. But I can see in this piece there is also like a communion. They are having sort of like a ritual. So it is getting your body clean. It is inviting to nurture each other and to be part of one space in which we don't have to deal with anything else besides our children. That's the most important piece that we have here. So they cultivate that relationship with what will be the next generation, but it's also about them.
Here we are in front of Maria Izquierdo's painting, Bride from Papantla from 1944. Maria Izquierdo was one of the most famous Mexican artists at the time. She studied with Los Tres Grandes, so with Diego Rivera, with Orozco Siqueiros, so she was trained in the muralist style. In 1929, she really gained international recognition, and she was the first Mexican woman to have a solo show in New York City. But she was denied some of the muralist commissions at the time. So how does Maria Izquierdo help us understand the role of women?
For example, we are seeing here like a bride. Usually, if you see across the board photographs from that period of time, it's going to be male and female getting married. And now she's getting married, but she's single. She's by herself.
So Claudia, would you say that this is very autobiographical? She's also questioning these traditions. She's questioning the way in which women were supposed to behave.
Exactly, totally, because she can say that she's not against it, but she just doesn't want to follow through in the same way that many others have done it. And so that opened up an opportunity for a new way of strong women to, just stand up and say, this is how we think, and this is how we want to present ourselves. That's it. It's not like I want to impose you and how you should be doing things, but I just want to say that for me, it can be not 100% right or not wrong. It's just leave me and allow me to present myself in my own way.
We're looking at a photograph of Frida Kahlo from 1946 at the roof deck of Nicolas Murray's flat. And this is Frida Kahlo here sitting very comfortably against a backdrop of the skyline of New York City, really being represented as this cosmopolitan woman. How does Frida Kahlo become the symbol for this new female identity that is being constructed in Mexico?
I love this photo of Frida. I think she really, truly becomes a mestiza in this piece. She is showcasing these traditional dresses that had a lot of symbolism and is important for the Mexican traditions and the Mexican culture. Why? Because Frida is wearing these dresses with such a pride by telling people and contrasting and even confronting them about being Mexican as having indigenous roots, and we are proud of them. And then they start talking about pre-Columbian cultures. They start embracing that too. It is our culture, and we are part of that. And we are descendants of those peoples. And I think that that's an amazing conversation by saying and doing this. And being in New York, even better, right?